not so pretty late window on Fox. We had Troy Aikman on Friday. He was saying he was going to call that Indianapolis Colts hosting of the Green Bay Packers game. And, man, the end of that game was as ugly as Sunday Night Football was as enticing to watch. It's so rare for a team to come back on Aaron Rodgers and have an opportunity to keep him off the field and seal the game. So difficult to do that. But the Colts were in that spot and came up with the rare 8-play, 14-snap, 6-penalty drive in which they did go for it on fourth down to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field and picked it up. Yeah. They went for it. Let's not kick the field goal to make sure Aaron Rodgers has got to score a touchdown to win it. And he's just like Mahomes, where the 3's a given, 7's the cherry on top. Let's make sure he doesn't even get on the field. Let's go for it on fourth down instead of sending the bespectacled Georgia Bulldog out there to try and make it a 6-point game. Let's go for it on fourth down. And they picked it up. But they kept getting called for holding after holding after holding. And the Packers didn't have to use any of their timeouts. It was an 8-play but 14-snap drive that took less than 2 minutes off the clock and only 2 timeouts out of Matt LaFleur's pocket. Oh, my gosh. It was ugly. It was ugly. And Aaron Rodgers, who throws more Hail Marys to midfield from his own end zone? Who? He's amazing. His deep ball, Russell Wilson's the only one who comes close to this. I'm assuming Mahomes does too, but he just doesn't have to do it.
Right.
But it really, his deep balls are just like they're parabolas in the sky, and they on the down end of it, on the downswing, it's like dropped straight down a chimney. It's like a Santa Claus, like this. It's just straight down. It's so easy to catch. If I'm not mistaken, it was Valdes-Scantling who caught it in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I thought this game was a wrap. I thought he was going to score a touchdown. But the way that the clock was moving, they didn't want to give enough time to Phillip Rivers. I totally understood why they took some time off the clock. I wish they would have given themselves one more shot at the end zone. But Aaron threw it out of bounds wisely, brought on the field goal unit, forced overtime, and then Valdes-Scantling put the ball on the turf, for which he's gotten death threats, which is like, come on,
insane.
Packers
Ridiculous.
fans, let's be better than this, okay?
Insane.
Let's be better than this, especially since there's this. It was ugly. A lot of turnovers. These things happen. They happen. They happen. But here's the silver lining, Packers fans. Here it is. It's out of conference. If you're going to lose a football game, lose one out of conference. It's basically like the hanging chad of a tiebreaker. It really is. It doesn't factor in a division tiebreak. It doesn't factor in a conference tiebreak. It won't even really factor much in a common opponent's tiebreak because the common opponents in your conference, only 3 others play somebody same out of conference. So it's the best type of loss you can possibly have. And the Vikings lost to T.J. Jefferson's Dallas Cowboys.
Can you dig it?
They're basically the team in the division playing the best football outside of your own. Because we know the Bears, they're coming off their bye week. Most likely, it seems, with Trubisky, or maybe they'll run it back with Foles. Who cares? Because you have a 2-game lead over them and 3 over the Vikings, who, again, are playing the best football in the division outside of your own. And you can personally fork stick the Bears on Sunday Night Football this coming Sunday and win that game. And you're only 1 game behind the conference leader who you've already beat. There's only 2 teams that have a tiebreak on the Saints. One of them is out of conference in the Raiders, so that doesn't matter. And the other one's you. There's not a single other team in the conference, including Tom Brady and the Buccaneers who play tonight, who have a tiebreak on the Saints, except for you. You beat them in week 3. So, RELAX, especially to you asshats, you cheesehead asshats who are sending death threats to a football player. That is, yes, a good fantasy football team.
Good one. That's a good one.
Cheesehead asshats. Wearing the cheesehead asshat of sending a death threat to a football player, who, by the way, is a good football player, a good young football player who your quarterback trusts and will trust again. Relax. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.